You are now listening to the Kixologist Podcast.
What is good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Kixologist Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Patrick, aka Sneakerhead on a Budget. I'm here with my guy Lewis. We're your Kicks 26. How you doing today, Lewis?
Good, man. Up early, ready to go.
So we're gonna do something interesting for you guys today. So there is actually a release that's actually sounding kind of big time. So while we're recording this, we're actually going to try to cop this release while we're on here. So it's going to be very, very interesting as we go on. First, we want to say you can listen to this on everywhere you hear your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you hear your podcasts. And again, Andy won't be here with us this week, but he will be back with us on the next episode. So we want to go through something real quick, something that we felt that needed to be kind of brought up. And I'm going to bring it up real quick for y'all. We want to talk about the Kobe statue that was unveiled. And a lot of people were, I guess, mixed about it. I guess a lot of people didn't really like the pose they chose. They said they could have chose something better. It's funny because Vanessa did her speech and said this is the pose that Kobe wanted. And what did she say? Tough shit. And Nike sent her a little sweatshirt that said the same thing. So everybody's going crazy for that. How do you feel about the statue, and what do you think Kobe means to the sneaker community?
The statue itself, as far on a scale of 1 to 10, I look at it as like a 6.
Okay.
Just because obviously we understand, the whole Kobe legacy, all that stuff, but it's not so much the pose, it's the way they make him look in the pose. Like it looks like a 2K player.
You think so?
It looks like a 2K player. Like when I'm looking at it, it looks like a 2K player there. Like I don't know. It's kind of wild looking. I mean, because when you think about like statues of basketball players, you think about, Michael's Jumpman pose out there in Chicago, and now that one's just all bronze, but here they actually try to give some color obviously to his jersey and shorts, you know what I mean? Like, not that anything's wrong with that, but again, it's not that part. It's just for some reason he looks kind of off for some reason. Now if that's the pose Kobe wanted, that's fine, but whoever created this, maybe they should have made a couple renditions. But listen, man, we all know Kobe's meaning to the sneaker community. It's sad that it took him passing away for people to go, oh, well, I want Kobe sneakers now.
Yeah.
And then everyone was, jacking up the prices on them and stuff, which, I posed this question a long time ago. What if the same thing happened to LeBron James?
Yeah.
Is that going to cause people to just go, oh, now we got to go grab everything LeBron out there? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now, the great thing is people are getting Kobe's to actually playing for the most part.
Yes. I see a lot more Kobe.
A lot of people trying to get Kobe's to play in because, it's a great shoe to play in, great performing shoe. But just overall, like, it's good to have different variety of sneakers out there, especially from Nike, besides just Jordan brand stuff that they were putting out.
Exactly.
So
I think it's interesting that the Kobe thing, because I remember seeing a bunch of Kobe's at Ross back in the days for sale, and everybody was like, oh, the Kobe fans were excited about that. And everybody else was like, oh, Kobe's are at Ross, that's, whatever. And to me, it's like, it's just what you said, like the player had to pass away for a lot of people to appreciate the Kobe's. It begs the question, when he wanted to leave Nike, and he was thinking about doing his Mamba brand. I wonder where the flow would have been. I know he had a strong backing from Kobe fans who loved a lot of his other silhouettes and colorways. A lot of other athletes, they have their signature shoe. Like Dwayne Wade has his way of Wade, but that's what Lightning. It's not really like Dwayne Wade altogether. So it makes me interested because he would probably been the first. Like music artists go independent. So it kind of makes me think like, okay, if Kobe would have went independent, started all his stuff from the ground, made his own thing, and started putting up basketball shoes like that, how would that have gone? And I think he would have probably been, with the influence he had, especially after his career, I think it would have probably been the most successful switch. And I think a lot of people would have probably followed his pace. And I think that would have kind of been dangerous for Nike. I think that would have been the first blow. Because I think a lot of people transition from Nike, and they do other things, and it's great. Like that's great what they do, but not on the sense of what that could have been. And I think that's one of the biggest could have beens is him actually creating that brand and doing it. I think with him passing, generally the best idea was for them to follow through with redoing the deal with Nike. But it makes me also think like, man, what would that Mamba brand would have been? How would that would have switched up the culture for sneakers, especially basketball sneakers? Because he was in that era where we love to see the little commercials and stuff. So would he have done it? Would he have brought that back? I know there've been a lot of athletes that would have signed to that brand just on the basis of how they love Kobe's and how they wore them. I think it would have shook some stuff up,
But again, you're probably talking about something that would have been more successful earlier in his career rather than later.
You don't think it would have been successful after?
Not to where it could have been, because if he had his own Mamba brand while winning championships versus some of the last images you see of Kobe, he had that Achilles tear.
Yeah.
I just think that if he would have had years where he was playing with his own brand versus, maybe have been a couple years and then it tailed off. Now, had he had his own brand and the same tragedy happens, then that obviously would have elevated it even more, just like the sneakers now.
Okay.
But then the question is, would the sneakers have performed the same way? Because performance matters, and those Nike, the Mamba line from Nike, like a lot of those Kobe shoes, you see these guys are still wearing, and on top of that too, you got to think like his legacy was always kind of like seen behind Mike, and depending on who you talk to, also behind LeBron, as far as how good of a player. So I think that him being able to play with his own brand and at a prominent stage would have done more like through his time of retirement than at the tail end trying to start. Like, it would have been popular. It would have been there. Yeah, it could have been a challenge to Nike. I'm not saying it couldn't have been. But we all know, like, to watch someone perform at their height wearing a certain shoe and doing certain things is going to be, is going to do more. And if you don't believe it, let's just take a look at what's going to happen now with, Kai Cenat and him signing to Nike. We'll have to watch and see what his influence is going to be like now that he's with the swoosh on some of the shoes that he ends up starting to show out there.
Yeah, so this is the release that's actually dropping today. And you said it was what, 1,500 pairs?
That's what they're saying, 1,500 pairs.
1,500 pairs. So we're going to try to cop it while we're recording this episode. The shoe is honestly dope. Now, the only thing that when we talked about, I was like, about these, is why did released these before the season started. I think that would have been like a major move. But I mean, I guess we're happy to get them now, right?
I guess, but this just speaks to what Nike does, man. They released Fear 3s after Halloween. They've released Christmas shoes way after Christmas. Like, I don't know. You would think this would be smart to release before college football season, or at least, or at least during the season.
100%. It makes me think if they're gonna do it like they did, like the Mac Attacks, or I forgot what other shoe that was, where they like released like a special edition, and then after that they released like a general. So this one's gonna have the Prime logo on it, and then maybe later on they're gonna release one without the Prime logo on it.
That's
so
what it's looking like.
You get you a little what's the word people like to use for the reimagined, the runner up. You get your consolation prize.
Yeah. I mean, no one saw these coming with the Prime pull tab. I mean, that's literally the difference, though.
Yeah.
And maybe special packaging. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it.
Oh, hopefully it does that. If it had like a Prime box on that joint, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now. The details look pretty good. It reminds me definitely of that shoe that originally released. I love seeing OG sneakers come back, especially when it gets like a little twist. I love seeing that. Now I don't like it when they reshape it fully, but I can appreciate them bringing some back because 90s shoes coming back is actually really dope, especially when they bring back the 80s ones. But do you think it's a good move to bring back these old silhouettes, especially every once in a while?
Well, I think this is relevant now because of what's going on with Dion at that school. Come college football season, he's talked about every weekend. Every weekend, what's Colorado doing? What's Colorado doing? He's bringing a bunch of big name artists and people out there, a lot of notoriety to the school. I mean,
yeah.
Listen, I wonder what the uptick is in people applying to go to that school now.
Yeah.
Sports aside, what is the uptick in people just trying to be a part of Colorado University? That would be an interesting thing to look at because I'm sure 100%. Now it's been a major uptick.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, how they started the season last year, it totally turned everything upside down. Everybody was a critic. Everybody was an analyst. Now, how they ended the year, I had one person on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. He said that, mark my words, when they don't qualify for a bowl game. And I was like, that's got to be crazy. They're like, what were they, like 4-1? Like, that got to be insane. They're not missing a bowl. And they did. And I was like, hey, yo. But again, it's the growing pains of a new program, them bringing all these kids into play. He's going to get more kids to play under him. I feel like next year they're going to get it going. I didn't think this year they were going to be. I feel like this year the way their record was kind of what we should have expected already. But it's just how they started the season.
Yeah,
that kind of changed
issue.
Everything.
How they started is why the fall off was so bad.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And there were a few games, even though that they lost, that they were in. Mm-hmm. Where they competed at a high level, which I give them credit for.
Yep.
But you lost the game. You lost the game.
Facts.
But I think next year they'll definitely be a lot better. I'm seeing a lot of people are probably going to try and get this shoe to wear to Colorado games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, why not capitalize on it? Nike's not stupid.
Definitely.
And if they're smart, they'll give Shador a shoe deal now too.
That would be smart. I'm surprised he doesn't have one already with Nike. I'm surprised Nike didn't pull the trigger.
Well, what is it? You saw I posted in our chat. This girl is actually the first NIL athlete with a signature shoe deal from Jordan Brand.
Yep, seen that one. That's a big deal.
Right? And that's somewhat under the radar because no one's really talking about that. But again, I didn't know who the girl was to begin with.
Same.
So, unfortunately, that's a part of it, right?
Yeah.
Most of the, especially in women's basketball, most of the names don't get out there like that until tournament time.
True.
Right.
That's
Tournament
usually
time
how it
comes
works.
around. And it works somewhat that way for the men, but obviously a lot more people watch the men throughout the year than they do the girls. But once tournament time comes, viewership on the women's games, they go up tenfold.
Oh yeah, they already have what was it, like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They was going off and other stuff, and there's a bunch of.
Did you see Caitlin Clark gave all her teammates a pair of sneakers?
I
A pair
know.
of Sabrina ones or something like that.
Yeah, those are, yeah. I wish I was on a team that gave me free sneakers. I don't know why Nike don't give us free sneakers. Like, come on.
We need, listen, man, we gotta. For these joints. Our influence has to get like Cenat, man. So
I know,
get that
right?
Nike deal.
We definitely gonna talk about that a little bit later. But that is insane. This man got a Nike deal. Like,
wow. That could be the new wave for the time being.
Dreams can come true, you know. So we T-minus 2 minutes. This Dion release is about to come up. So
let's bring it up on the. Let's bring it up here.
Let's bring that thing up for the feed.
There we go. There we go.
170.
If you know, you know.
Look at those details.
What's that inside there? It looks like a moth.
Inside?
On the sock liner there, on the insole foot pad rather. Can you click on that picture? Can you click on that? Oh, there we go. Oh no! Okay, it's like a diamond. I thought it was like a moth. What the heck is that?
Baseball bat, baseball diamond. Yeah, these are crazy.
Do you actually see yourself wearing them though?
Where I work, a lot of people appreciate these, so I feel like it'd be one of those shoes I wear every so often. Maybe not like too much, but it's black and white, so it'd probably be something the OGs would appreciate. All the new folks probably be like, "What are those?"
Yeah.
What are those? Let's see. Yeah. All right, here's time, guys.
We go.
We gonna put in for it.
Here we go. Uh-oh.
Oh, you having issues?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. There we go. Took me 3 times before it let it go in.
Okay. It is.
Well, we're pending.
All right. Same.
I was getting the error.
I'm
like, oh, come on.
Mine kind of went in smooth. The only thing is, like, I have like so many Nike gift cards, so I'm sitting at this like, use that one, use that one, use that one, which gets me in trouble when it comes down to like shot drop and stuff, because you don't really have that time to be adding all those gift cards.
Yeah, screw that. You definitely had that time doing a shot drop.
I asked one of the customer service reps. I said, "Hey, so if I buy something, can I apply the gift card afterwards? Because I can't be that slow when it comes to sneakers app." She's like, "Nah, you can't." And I was like, "Man, that's what people are going for."
I wish you could preload it.
So you can preload it. The only thing is, when you go to your payment, you have to select the ones you want to use. And it's like, my G, like, we don't got time like this. Like,
you better use that on apparel then. You better use that on apparel instead of trying to cop these shoes that you know are going to fly.
Exactly. I think the only time, well, it's worked on a few. It's worked on the Gratitude 11s, and it's worked on the J Balvin's. When I got the shot drop, I was like, if I got the shot drop, let me try. And I put a $50 gift card on it.
And it worked?
It worked. I got it. And I was like, oh, Okay.
Damn, that's good. That's real good. That's real good.
Let's see where these are sitting.
I can't believe they only did 1,500 pairs. DSG wristband thing went out.
Okay.
Here we go. Damn, they dropped the store list at 10 o'clock.
Did they really? Ooh.
Yes. At 10 o'clock. Ooh, look at all these other locations they put out. Dude, they put out a ton of locations.
Okay.
Especially here in Florida.
Tell them a little more about that. Let's actually talk about that. Tell them a little more.
What do you mean?
About those wristbands.
Oh, to reserve a pair of the 4s? Yeah. I mean, I saw people were already camping out at certain locations. I saw pictures on social media already. People camping out. But yeah, so I did a video too on where, oh, here we go. See, Alabama's got 2 locations that popped up.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, see, that's why I kept saying in my video, like, I'm surprised they weren't getting the 13s. But if they're getting the 13s, more than likely they're getting the 4s. Arizona, couple here popped up. Arkansas's got a spot that popped up. California, where you're at, was it Blossom Hill, Carmel Mountain, Cerritos, Chula Vista, Clovis,
Clovis is not
City,
far.
Delta Shores, El Segundo, Encinitas, Fresno, Glendale, Huntington Beach,
okay,
Mission Viejo, Modesto, Northridge, Milpitas. Yeah, if you bring up Dick's, if you bring up the Dick's website, it's all on there. Shows everything on there.
That sounds crazy. So we're these 4s. I gotta actually.
Oh, didn't get them. Damn, sold out.
But my thing just popped up randomly saying credit card issued. I know why. It's because I put my credit card on hold. So that's on me. So I don't accidentally spend. And that was the card that I had active. Exactly. So when Nike says check your settings and check your payment methods before every release, that's what you're supposed to do, guys. My bad.
I don't know why I was getting an error code. Like, I've used the same payment every time, and they just asked me to put in the 3-digit number that's on the back of the card.
Yeah.
I got an error code like 3 times before it finally let me.
Sometimes the website acts so funny.
It did the same thing during the shock drop on these 4s.
I'm very interested to see how the release is gonna be. I just got an email from End Clothing, which is in the UK. Shout out to Andy. And I was like, okay, let me look at this. And the shipping from there is like always just like,
bro, you gonna end up paying like $250 for that shoe.
I pay resale prices. I was like,
for all that, you might as well just order it off StockX. Go.
Exactly. I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. That's a resale price.
We're gonna see what it's looking like for JD Finish Line next week.
Oh yeah, all those come up.
Yeah, JD Sport Finish Line next week, man. I feel like that's gonna be my best bet to go ahead and get these at retail.
I just feel like for a lot of people, like, and we talked about this before, how there's so much hate on these 4s and how Jordan doesn't wear these and all this other stuff. But the amount of people who are still trying to get them is still insane.
Well, most of that is because resellers.
This is true.
Most of that is resellers, even though as of right now their profit margins is nothing.
I love it.
Because I also heard now that the stock numbers are closer to a Jordan 11 release.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's this guy out there, he goes by Uncle Chrissy, and he was saying, like, just look at the list I went over on the 13s. And if you bring up the list right now as to places that are giving out wristbands for the 4s, remember when I did my list, I was looking and I'm like, huh, I'm surprised like nowhere in Alabama is getting them or nowhere in like Arkansas is getting them. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Now you open it up, there's stores in Alabama, stores in Arkansas. So they're everywhere, bro. These Jordan 4s are everywhere.
I'm here for it. I want my pair. That's all I know. And I have a good feeling I'm gonna catch them on the live cop.
Mm.
I have a good feeling. Hey, what the first live cop, and we get a W.
Mm. That would be a good sign.
The first live cop, we get a
That
W.
would be a good sign.
That'd be a perfect time to plug it. So, guys, on release date.
Oh, I was gonna say, you see, Andy's already got a W.
Andy got his W. Yes,
he did.
He got his W. That retail W that we all want.
Mm-hmm.
So on the 17th, guys, we're gonna be doing a live cop. We're gonna have it on the Wear Your Kicks 26 channel, the Sneakerhead on a Budget channel, on the Kicksologist podcast Instagram, and we're gonna be on the Sneakers app. We're gonna be up bright and early, and we're gonna try to cop these shoes at retail. Now, I've told myself that this is one of the first raffles of a shoe that I really, really wanted, that I didn't enter 3,000 websites. For some reason, I have this feeling like I'm gonna cop these shoes on Sneakers app. Now, would that be my demise and sending me to Go app or eBay? Possibly. Have I been this confident before and taken major L's? Absolutely. But this year is different. You know, new year, new me. 2024 seems solid. I feel like I'm gonna get these on the live cop. You're gonna see it on this screen. You're gonna see my Gotham pop up. That's what you're gonna see. Don't
touch the Sneakers app all week.
Yeah. Don't touch this app. I was telling Lou that I had my most Gothams last year because I stopped frequently going on the Sneakers app. I just stopped doing it. I stopped going for everything. I stopped like just jumping on stuff. I just stopped going to the Sneakers Live event. I just stopped. And then I've gotten more shot drops. I'm not shot drops. I gotten more exclusive access. I've gotten more W's. I don't know how, but ever since I stopped, when I was super frequent, all L's. All L's. But when I stopped actually jumping on this thing, I've been having the most success on Sneakers app. And I don't know if it's just come back to us.
That's exactly what it is.
But I'm gonna frequently do that because it's working for me. So I don't know what y'all want to do, but that the whole super activity thing. I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm saying in my instance, it's better that I stay off that app. It's better. So that's why I'm manifesting this W. Almost an L. This W. I'm manifesting this W on these 4s on the live cop. Because I honestly feel like on that screen, you're going to see a Gotham for me.
What do they call that? Freudian slip? I almost had a Freudian slip in the back of your mind. You're thinking about that L.
Oh, yeah. The L is always looming. The L is always looming. But I'm like, this is going to be it.
You know, it's crazy because we were talking about it too, that dopamine hit of, getting the Gotham screen.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, we'll be able to hit on that Sneakers app. We'll see that Gotham.
Yeah, that Gotham will make and break your day.
Yeah, it can. It can. Now, if I get the bag from Finish Line JD Sport earlier in the week, then I'll be okay taking not getting to see the Gotham screen. I'll be okay.
Yeah. At that point,
I'll be like, well, we're done, right? Because I got to go pick up my pair.
No, I feel it because I'm essentially I'm putting. They say not to do this, y'all. They say do not put all your eggs in one basket, and that's what I'm doing. I'm putting everything in that basket. So we'll see. You guys will see me in live HD, live 4K, if I made a good mistake or a bad mistake.
Nah. There's some people doing that too. I see that on Twitter. Some people saying that if I don't hit on the Sneakers app, I'm not trying to get the shoe from anywhere else.
Okay.
And I'm like, you liable to get nothing because I see some people say they haven't hit on Sneakers app in years.
That's true.
Which
They
means
really
they're
bank
only going for something hype, number one.
facts.
See, sometimes you got to get the dog crap. You know, sometimes you got to buy some socks on there.
Just buy some socks.
I'm serious. Buy some socks, t-shirt here and there. You know, find something on sale.
You know what it could be now that you say that? I do frequently go into Nike stores and I buy stuff from there. So it could be finally showing me love for actually going into the store. Maybe I look like a real person.
Yes. Yep.
I look like a real person. So like, okay, now he's not a bot. He's not a reseller. He buying everything on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Show me some love. Show me some love. But what Jordan is not showing us love are some of these prices on some new releases they're going to be doing. Because $975. $975 for the Jordan 1 wings. I think it says on here the apparel is going to start at $320 for a shirt. Is this target audience most likely isn't us, but these materials better be insane for $975.
So I'm a little confused because what I saw pictures of recently were not these. This is what was floating around last year when we heard about the Wings logo thing. And even then, the highs were supposed to be like $1,500, and the lows were supposed to be like $1,200 or something like that. So now these two pairs that we got, and it's like they're like all white. And I think the lows have all white with a black swoosh or something like that.
Yeah.
Some people are saying, watch, you're going to find them in the outlets.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not going to happen. That's going to get, first off, it's going to go to a niche community.
Yes.
That's what it's going to. And apparently it's like Italian leather or something like that they made them out of, like some crazy Italian leather.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, the original Jordan 2s were supposed to be made out of.
Facts.
You know, built in Italy, so I guess in a way you could say they're kind of going back to their roots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, in this case here, I would never buy these. Not for 15. You know what? People are going crazy because of the amount of money it is at retail. When we've probably paid more for resale. What'd you pay for your Travis? Your Mocha ones.
I think I paid $800 for this.
It's another $175, bro.
Exactly.
Or 200. Well, yeah, another $175 for the highs, plus tax.
Yep. It's wild how things go. But if you remember, way back when, let me see if I can bring it up. Way back when, this shoe that I'm about to show y'all was Jordan Brand's inclusion into the luxury shoe space. They wanted to do some things that were a little more upper quality. And this pair right here, there was a black pair that you can kind of see down here. And I believe there might have been like a tannish pair. And this red pair. And they retailed at $400. I think they released in 2014 they released. And these were $400 retail. Because the materials were different. The materials were like high, like Italian leather or some stuff like that.
So we're talking about the Air Jordan Sheen Varsity Reds here?
Jordan Shine.
Shine, okay. I didn't know if they were... Okay, Air Jordan Shine. All right. Yeah, for those of you who can't actually see what it is we're looking at, this shoe here, what do you call that? that design. Looks like little diamond cuts
Yes.
all throughout. You know. First off, look at the resale prices on there. Size 12, 336. What'd you say these retailed at?
400.
Man,
400. And you know
these things are trash looking.
What's worse about this is at the time Jordan Brand was doing a lot of, well, here is our retro shoe, here is our expensive shoes, but then here is a nice alternative, and they kept releasing shoes that were alternative to like the retro. That's why you started seeing a lot more Truth Lights, because they look like sevens. You started seeing a lot more other things. So this shoe, they actually made a more affordable version that looked just like this. So now when you wore this shoe, you're kind of like, wait, are those or are those these? And even with this, the lace tips were kind of dope, because it was like I forgot the material of the lace tips, but they were very, and the laces. Now the shoe design, as you see, the bottom of the shoe is a Jordan 1, and the top of the shoe. The top of the shoe is kind of shaped like a 1 and a 5 at least when you see the bump up top. This shoe right here, I found at a Ross for $29.99.
You bought it?
And I bought it.
You have them?
I don't. I sold them joints.
Oh.
So I had them for a good 3 years before I sold them. The materials were top notch. The materials were dope on the shoe. The lace tips were super dope. It was a great concept, but nobody's going to pay $400 for a shoe that looks like this. It looks like there's not that much going on and too much going on at the same time. And that was Jordan's first attempt at that luxury space, and it did not work out. Now, with the 1, I can see that happening. They got everybody with the Dior's.
But if you look at the design of the Dior, it was a little more simple.
Yeah.
It was definitely more simple, than what this is. Because when you looked at it, you could tell it was a Jordan 1 that they were, partnering with Dior to do.
Yeah.
This thing here, bro. First off, this looks like some luxury brand the Native Americans was rocking at one point. Like, the Hiawatha ones, bro. Like, you can't even, first off, you can't even tell like who even made the shoe, number one. I mean, look, all right, let's put it to like the designer Rick Owens just dropped a new boot, and you can see when you're looking at it, like there's some paying homage a little bit to Virgil Abloh.
Yeah,
he's kind of got the off-white lacing thumb wrapping around the boot. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
that shoe itself, I think it retails for like $350 or something like that, and they sold out.
Wow!
But you could tell that was just a design of that person.
Yeah.
Versus you're bringing, Nike just needs to stay in their space sometimes, right? They just need to stay in their space and think to themselves like who is their real demographic?
Facts.
Now, yeah, you do have some upper echelon athletes, but then, the way they do it is they make it super limited. That's 100%. Really Nike's niche. You want a shoe to be seen as something luxury, don't go off the wall designing something like that. Just make them super limited like you usually do.
Yeah. Right, just to get folks.
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday there's a bunch of craziness for the Red October. I guess it was the
anniversary.
It was the anniversary, and everybody was just like,
I thought of you. When I saw it, I was like, oh, no.
Everybody just loves to bring back just bad memories of this shoe. I've shared this story numerous of times. I'll keep it very brief. Back in the day, Nike was releasing Boo Boo links on their Twitter page. And there was a constant list of Boo Boo links. And then the day came up. It was February 9th. And I looked at my phone. I seen the Nike link. And I just seen the link. And I was like, I'm over it. I put it down. I went back to sleep. I woke up. It was the Red Octobers. Till this day, I'm just like, the one day I didn't check the link. The one day. And now these took on a life of their own. And even with that, like, everything afterwards of just, that was the last shoe that Nike released from Kanye. Because then, as you know, Kanye was going crazy and talking bad about Nike. Nike wouldn't give him ownership or creative control or all this stuff. And then that brought on him going to Adidas. And then with that, you know how that took off in the whole Adidas space like that. And so the crazy thing is, this shoe was like the last like Nike Kanye kind of thing, and I think that so hot, and because at that point in the culture, like, it was like a moment. It leaves the Kanye Nike thing on a high. I don't know if it stays that way if Kanye stays with them, but what do you think?
I mean, it could go either way. I think him going to Yeezy brand and the Yeezy shoes doing what they did backhandedly made these more valuable.
100%.
You know, now me personally, it is an ugly looking shoe. I don't care what the resale is. You know, if you gave them to me, that's different. And I probably would feel weird about even wearing them because I technically don't like the way they look.
Yeah.
You know, it's got nothing to do with the color blocking or anything like that. Just the design itself just doesn't appeal to me. But just overall, as far as like the history of sneaker culture and sneakers and stuff like that, I mean, obviously their prestige went up because of his success at Yeezy.
Yes.
Yeezy, for whatever reason, his success with the Yeezy brand with Adidas put a spotlight on these shoes that he had here with Nike.
Yep.
And made them that much more valuable. So, I mean, I feel like they won't diminish in value, but
yeah,
I feel like these will, I think they'll lose their luster maybe at some point too, because when you see a lot of the videos, right, where they're going and they're trying to sell these, a lot of them, they're crumbling, you know what I mean? Some people apparently got caught with some fake ones.
A lot of people got caught with fake ones.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. I mean, you know, they'll hold their place in history, but that'll be okay. That'll be a shoe to where if it's brought up, they're like, oh yeah, I remember those. I feel like that's what's going to happen to them at some point.
I mean, definitely, because you already know that these aren't going to release again.
No.
Nike's definitely not going to bust these out again or do a re-release. It would have to be something very, very significant for Nike to be like, all right, we'll re-release the Red Octobers. And it's not going to happen. It is not gonna happen. But even talking about Kanye, we talked about this before, where I said that something's gonna happen to where Kanye and Adidas are Adidas is gonna find some way to offload those Yeezys.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that Adidas came out and said, yeah, soon we're gonna start re-releasing Yeezy boots. I was like, It was only a matter of time. I mean, you got people out here selling air.
Is
Air.
it really that far fetched though? Like how? Listen, what are we rating our podcast at? Like, is this G PG? You know,
Say what you gotta say.
I mean, listen, I can't remember her name, but I know for a fact she at like almost it was like maybe $200 to $500 a pop. She was selling farts in a jar, bro. She would go on camera, fart in a jar, seal it up, and I'm telling you, there were people out here buying it, bro. So the fact that someone's had to have bought this already.
Oh yeah.
The air. You selling air now?
Selling air.
You selling air? Listen, $5,000 plus shipping.
That's crazy.
Plus shipping. $5,000 for $5,000. You can't give me free shipping.
Yeah.
You gonna charge me on shipping too? First off, what's the weight of the package? It's in ounces.
What if while it's shipping, there's issues at the box goes there, and then the air gets let out?
But you gotta mark it fragile. You gotta mark it fragile because you don't want nothing to crush it, and it'll pop. Imagine you get this thing and the bag's popped open, bro.
My ear is.
You go to open the box, all of a sudden this puff of smoke comes out. Poosh. It's like, what? And you bring out the bag. Bag's got a hole in it.
My Kanye Air. My Vultures Air.
Bro.
That's wild.
Come on, man. Now, the only reason why this could work is because he's at the concert bagging the air up. Like you see, he's got the picture in the background that he's actually there. You know what I mean? But some people, they do this stuff. Like they buy crap like this just to show that they have it. I could easily see like a Mr. Beast type of influencer. Like, so I bought a bag of the Kanye Air from the Kanye concert. And now they got this like whole video around actually getting it shipped to wherever it is they are.
Can you imagine seeing somebody walk out of a concert with like a box, and in that box there are like several bags of air, Ziploc bags of air, and the fact you puffed up the bag to make it
like, how do you even do that? How do you do that?
Did he blow into it?
How else do you get it like that? Because if I get a Ziploc bag and try to do that now, like that's not. Yeah, I don't. Come on, man.
And got the nerve to have $5,000, right, for this pair. That's the buy it now, the 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
With the great value Ziploc, you can give me a premium Ziploc. I got to get the great value Ziploc.
Well, they had to be able to write on it. Had to be able to write on it or whatever. He said the great value Ziploc.
Give me the great value Ziploc bag.
I can't even get the premium Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
That'd have been $10 shipping, bro. That'd have been $10 shipping. But listen, what's even crazier? Hold on. What's even crazier is look at the name and look at the reviews. 158, 100% positive feedback. This ain't a one-off, bro.
He's been selling air before.
Yo, I'm telling you that. Listen, there is a market for almost anything out here. If there's girls out here that can sell farts in a jar, bro.
My guy says, You can breathe in air from Jesus for free.
Oh, where did he say that?
It's on the
You can,
comment.
hey, you can.
My guy said instant cop.
Yo. Yeah, I'll inhale it once vultures drop.
My
Oh my
God,
lord.
this is crazy. All right, I mean, like you said, if people are selling farts, and my man here got 158 positive feedback, then I guess let me not knock the hustle. Let me not knock the hustle. That is highly disappointing.
And if any of you out there don't believe that someone is selling farts in a jar, you go ahead and Google it and get back to me. Go ahead and Google it and get back to me.
That is sickening. So let's talk about this real quick because we brought it up in an episode we were trying to get out. We had some issues on that, but I kind of want to bring it up again because it seems like everything kind of is entitled, and especially when we go into our next other topic. But talking about Kanye and then talking about how Clot signed a deal with Adidas, and they were on that podcast and talking about how they went with more creative control than the control that Nike gave. Nike kind of gave them a little more restricted and more focused on materials. And like we talked, Nike has a proven system. Nike knows what's going to work, and they don't want you to mess up their system. They want you just to do a little extra, add a little extra touch, make it yours, but keep it within our limitations. And Adidas gives you full range to kind of mess something up. Like you can put a whole. I mean, what has Kanye out here thinking he can put out a sock shoe that is size 10 to 13 that doesn't actually fit everybody? Because Adidas makes you feel very comfortable that whatever you put out, you can do whatever you want with it, right? So, what you think about collabs? And if you were to get a collab, who would it be with?
As far as like what brand?
Yep.
Oh, well, the smart thing to do is to get a collab with Nike. That's the smart thing to do.
Yep.
Now, a lot of these people have started with Nike. They made their name with Nike. And now they branch away to try to take their name and don't realize how much Nike's influence has helped your name.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion. Because like we talked about this before, him going over to Adidas, I don't see the success there. He may have a couple shoes here and there that people talk about, and they're like, "Oh yeah, those are pretty dope," and then they move on.
Yep.
But when you think about Clot and Nike collaborations, you know, when you bring it up, it's like, "Oh yeah, I remember this pair, and I remember that pair here that they dropped at this time, and oh, I was able to get that." Like getting stuff from Nike like that, with all their branding, with all their marketing, there's a reason why they're number one and have been number one for such a long time. It's not.
Yep.
They spend a lot of money doing research.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a lot of research. So if they collab with you, okay, prime example, bro. Look at Drake. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Look at Drake. Drake's Air Force One was successful.
Yep.
His Air Force, it was an all-white Air Force One, and instead of the stars, they put hearts on it, and then I think, what they put on the side? Loverboy?
Yeah, something like that, or like a little logo, yeah.
And they were selling for more than a normal Air Force One, were they not? I think they were like 150,
Mm-hmm.
and they sell.
Yep.
But unless you're looking closely, it's indiscernible almost from a normal Air Force One.
100%.
So
Like the Travis Scott ones.
Exactly. So what is that? Don't get me started on those utopias.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. Like that was, bro. We need to do like a Nike scam podcast or something like that, bro. because that was a scam.
Those are bad.
That was bad. No special packaging, nothing.
And there's
But
people who
see,
still haven't got their pairs.
nah,
Yeah, there's people who still. I've seen them on
they
Twitter all the time. They still haven't got
didn't
their
get
pairs.
their pair of the Utopias.
Yep.
Bro, all they're doing is pulling Air Force Ones and throwing that gold on there and saying goodbye.
Yes.
That's all they're doing is putting that stamp on there, that Utopia stamp.
I guess there's always issues when you order from the Travis site.
I got mine from the Travis site.
Did you? Okay.
Yes, I did. I got mine from the Travis site. When I got them in, I sat there and looked at them, and I was just like, I paid $186 out the door for these. I did a review on them, and I'm like, you could have gave me something. You could have gave me something, like something. Like you could have changed the box up.
Wow.
Well, it's $180 with tax and shipping. But still, mind you,
$90 white on white.
bro. Mind you, I was able to sell for what I got them for.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
I was able to sell them for what I got them for because someone was like, "Oh, I've never been able to have a Travis Scott shoe for retail," and I said, "Well, you can have these."
Got him.
But the thing is, I took them to him, and he had the choice right then to say, "You know what? I don't want them now." And he still took them. I was like,
"Hey,
okay."
Hey, won't he do it?
But I feel like I keep saying though, like at some point down the line, I see that having some type of significance to the Travis Scott sneakers that get put out.
Yeah.
Just to say it as part of the whole collection, you know, it's because as bad as it is, because and I may be grasping at straws here, trying to jump into other genres here, but there are certain things that get put out that at the time is completely terrible, but like 10, 20 years down the line, even further down the line, like you look back on it, yeah, it's got a horrible story, but it's because of that story that makes it valuable to actually have, if you can have it, if you can find it, you know, like what I mean?
Terrible movies.
So yeah, movies or certain like collectibles or something like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That happens all the time. So I feel like it'll be a long time before it happens, but at some point, because of how bad it is, it'll make the prestige of it as part of the collection. You know, it's like, oh, remember when these dropped? The whole Utopia backstory, how it's just a normal Air Force One. That, again, that's just a prediction. But we've seen it happen before. Yep. We've seen it happen before. But look, again, when you really look at it, yeah, they keep using the same silhouettes and he's changing up the colors on them and stuff like that. Yep. But at the same time, these are... You got to think too, right? Nike is putting out shoes that they were making back in like the 70s. Yeah. Like the Air Pegasus. The Air matter of fact, how old is the Cortez silhouette? Oh. Because did you see they released the Forrest Gump Jordans? Yeah. The Forrest Gump looking ones? Mm-hmm. Bro. Tried and true, man. So if you want to get a collab, that would be the place to collab with.
Honestly, that's what I would do. I mean, I see the beauty in collabing with the New Balance because that's kind of a wave that's happening now, and a lot of people are doing it, and it's kind of getting some traction, and you can definitely be a part of that. I don't see any other brand that I would personally like collab with to make it work because. Honestly, I don't wear Under Armour like that, like some other people. So if I would do something with Under Armour, it'd be like, why? So it would have to be Nike or Adidas. But then I'd choose Nike because that's majority what I wear, majority what I like. I like their stuff a little bit more. Now, if Adidas threw me a bag, that would definitely change my mind.
But see, Adidas, okay. You gotta understand, Adidas has a lot of international appeal.
This is true.
international appeal. But if we're looking at like Nike, obviously does too, right? But Adidas actually, I feel like does better outside of the country of the U.S.
100%. 100%.
So internationally, if you had a deal with Adidas, because I feel was it Bad Bunny's got it. I'm sure like Latin America, them things are moving, bro. They're a fan of Bad Bunny. They're selling like hotcakes.
Oh yeah.
You know, outside the U.S. Now I'm sure they're selling here in the U.S. too, but not at the rate they are outside of it.
Yep, 100%.
So it wouldn't be a bad thing. I just think that you know, one of the main markets is here in the United States, and you know, if you become famous in America, like it'll spread throughout the world.
Yep.
Right. Now, it'll happen in, you know, because of the internet and all the connectivity that we have. Yeah, we'll hear about other people over there, but they all try to get here to the U.S. to make a name for themselves. Or if they were able to build a name for themselves, at some point they find themselves in the U.S.
I feel that. Honestly, if they were both to be in front of me, if every sneaker brand would be in front of me and they'd be like, hey, we're going to offer you this deal, I know Nike is probably going to offer me the less amount of money. I just feel like that's how it is, the less amount of money. But you just know what comes with it.
Yeah.
Everybody else is going to offer a little bit more. But yeah, it'd be Nike. I'd take my losses and get that. But with that being said, about getting deals and us choosing Nike, so as we talked about earlier, Cenat got his Nike deal. I can see why they did it. He's one of the most popular streamers. You know, you gotta get the popular people while you can. And I also seen that he got a full care package from LaMelo on some his Puma stuff. So I thought Nike had to come in and swoop.
Yeah, I mean listen, it was only gonna do but so much. Because what have you really heard about the Puma stuff like that after he got him?
Exactly.
So the fact that he's with Nike now, it's Nike's attempt at trying to broaden their reach, obviously.
Yep.
So he's a kid, you know, he's like 23 years old or something like that, I believe he is.
Yeah, he's young.
He's got millions of followers on Instagram, crazy following on YouTube, crazy following on Twitch. You know, he's been pictured with people like Drake, Nicki Minaj. Like, bro, dude is almost an icon in himself as a streamer.
Yep.
He's not rapping. You know what I'm saying? He's actually in some movie or TV shows or something like that I've seen lately, like they brought him in there for. But, you know, he built his brand from the ground up. And my advice to him is keep your nose clean, bro. Like,
yeah.
Because as everyone likes to see the rise, but let me tell you what everyone else likes to watch is the fall.
100%.
It's the fall. Any controversy comes out about this dude, they're going to flock to see him possibly fall off. So I hope that he, in his mind, maintains a level of humbleness to not do anything stupid to mess this up.
Yep.
For himself, for his family. Because I was going through his Instagram, I saw he was able to buy his mom a house.
Yep.
And all this stuff, bro. Like, don't mess it up, man. Don't mess it. Please don't mess it up.
Yeah.
He may not ever hear this from us, but please don't mess it up, bro. Like,
yeah, it's a big opportunity. Huge opportunity.
Huge opportunity. And listen, going back to it, if you sign on with Nike, like us as sneakerheads are thinking to ourselves, okay, we're gonna get these Nike shoes, but guess what else I'm gonna get? everything else that they got too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're going to be able to rub shoulders with Michael Jordan at some point.
Yep.
All these different athletes, because look at all the athletes now that they're reaching back for. Like Andre Agassi, they're about to re-release his sneaker.
I'm excited for those.
They're about to re-release his sneaker. You know, all these prominent athletes and musicians, you know, you're going to be able to rub shoulders with. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in that realm now. You know, when they have like the celebrity events that happen up there in Beaverton, Oregon, they're going to ask him to come out there, and I'm sure he's going to be out there doing all types of content. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Just like you said, just don't drop the bag. Do not drop the ball.
Don't mess it up, bro. Don't
Because
mess it up.
They can give him a collab. I can honestly see them giving him a collab or his own shoe. They could put his name on everything. For a lot of us, we're probably not gonna like it. We're probably not gonna care, whatever. But his following is going to put that shoe up. He has a big enough following to push him to where he is. So regardless of how people feel, because I like seeing the comments up here when dude was like, "Why is Nike always signing clowns? No one over 35 is feeling this. Good for him, but I don't care." And I did see a video of him dissing a pair of shoes that Nike sent him.
No, they didn't send it. Somebody made those custom things. The purple and black Air Force Ones. There was some purple and black design Air Force One. I don't think Nike sent him those.
Okay, because I think it was a video of like some trainers or something. He was like, Nike sent me these. He was like, what are these? Now he could have been trolling. I'll try to find a video. He could have been trolling. But hey, if he got it, like, shout out to him. Hopefully he does well with it. There's people under 20 that are gonna definitely run that shoe up, and it's probably gonna beef up a resale point where it's gonna be actually pretty decent for him.
Well, look, and if they use, and listen, we talked about Nike's system, right? They're probably gonna use a silhouette that they know sells.
Yep.
You know, they'll get some of his design inputs, but they know it works. And more than likely what they'll do is they'll make it limited.
Yep. I actually got the perfect idea right now on the top of the dome. You ready?
All right, I'm listening.
The perfect Cenat shoe for his first collab with Nike. See, it has to be big, right? It has to be something that's going to be like, I'm here, and it has to be something that's going to get a lot of people to buy it and maybe intrigue some of the OGs and I have the perfect shoe. So what you're going to do is you're going to create him. I think either he might, I've seen some of his stuff. I don't really follow him like that. He might have his own logo. I know they do like AMP or something like that for gaming or something like that. And maybe they can use that. So what you do is you get you a pair of Uptowns, white on whites, Air Force Ones, and you put that logo on the side right there and you send that out for 180. You can put it in gold.
You could use the Air Force One silhouette, but I think you got to do a little more to it than just that, bro. Like, come on now.
What do you mean? That Utopias are fire?
No, bro.
Certified Lover Boys are
no.
Fire. But AMP white Air Force.
See, the certified Lover Boys. Again, there's some design elements to that shoe that they changed up, so it's. Stepping back from it, yeah, it's almost indiscernible from any other white on white Air Force One. But if you really want to go crazy, what if they use the all black Air Force?
I'm about to say that.
The all black Air Forces. Because the all black Air Forces, they got a negative stigma to them.
Yeah, with that logo on the side.
Some Kai Cenat all black forces.
Nike, what are we doing?
Nah.
What are we doing, Nike? What are we doing?
But look what they did for Drake though. They gave him the Noctis, that his own silhouette.
That's true.
Is that his own silhouette? I think it is. I know it's based off of what looks like to be the Jason Kids, but
Yeah,
I think that's his own like silhouette that they created.
I'm not mad at those. I know they sit though, but I'm not mad at those.
A lot of people like them
I'm not mad at them.
and said they were comfortable.
You sent me a free pair. I'm here.
Yeah.
You sent me a free pair. I'm out here.
All right, what we got?
So we got
This weekend's hottest releases.
the
Oh,
hottest
boy.
releases. So as you
Alright.
know, sometimes they're not always the hottest. So we gonna see.
New Balance.
Made in the USA. Okay, so nah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Nah.
Why did they need to specify made in the USA?
I think
Dominating this.
Yeah. I think people really like the Made in USA pairs. They do really well. I mean, some of these look all right. I'm cool.
Yeah. What silhouette is that at the bottom? The very bottom.
I don't remember,
forget
but
what they call
that's
it.
the best
I
one.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. That's the best looking one.
That's the best. If you send me anything, send me that one. All the other ones. Shout out to Andy though. I know he appreciate these.
Yeah,
Air Force One Las Vegas.
that shit looks terrible. Oh, I shouldn't be cursing on here. You gotta beat that out. That looks terrible. Terrible.
Is it for like the Super Bowl?
I hope. Oh, you know what? Yes. Actually, yes. Which we got to make our Super Bowl predictions, bro. We got to make sure to talk about that.
Let's do it right now.
I think I already know where you're going.
Let's do it right now because these are absolutely horrid. As a lot of y'all know, I'm from the Bay, so you know I gotta stick with my squad. This year,
Oh, you know what? We jumping. Let's go through. Let's go through here. We'll get to him.
All right, we'll get to it.
We'll get to him.
Let's get rid of these.
Let's stay on topic, right? See, here go to Rick. These are the Rick Owens I was talking about. These are it. These things sold out, bro.
There's a lot of laces going on.
I told you it's supposed to be a shout to Virgil Abloh with the off-white lacing system on there. Sold out. Rick Owens, Doc Martens.
The way style is right now, I can see it. For me, no, but I can see it. It's a drop for me.
These scream like grunge.
Yes. 100%.
Punk vibes. You know? Would I wear these? Absolutely not.
Nah.
No. Absolutely not. I would not wear. Nah. First off, they look like they weigh a ton with the way that outsole is. They look. Oh, did you ever watch the cartoon? It was called. What was it called? Doug.
Yes.
Remember the dude Waffle Stomper, yo? Waffle Stomper. That's what these remind me of. That outsole. They're like the Waffle Stompers, bro.
I can't. I see the vision. I see what these can be. I see who they're meant for.
Not for us.
Pass for me.
Yeah, pass.
Pass for me. Those are crazy.
What? I was going to say, what the comments were saying on there?
Oh, let's see.
What did it say? Someone said, ain't no Rick Owens, Baphomet, pentagram boots. I can't even finish reading it. It's so funny. Pentagram boots, hot bun out them devil worshippers.
That's crazy.
No. Oh, wow.
Right. We cool off these.
All right.
Okay. The Masha.
How do you
New
pronounce
Balance?
that? Cathary and New Balance 991V2 matcha. I will say this: the materials look nice on here. I do like the materials look really nice. I see they gave it like a somewhat aged. Like they split the midsole color blocking, so like the back, like the midfoot back to the heel is aged, and then the front of it is white. I feel like they probably it works, but I feel like maybe they could have lightened the aging and done it throughout the entire midsole, especially with that. I guess what kind of green would you call that?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I mean, it reminds me of Kermit the Frog, but that's not here nor there.
I was gonna say these look like Ninja Turtle joints.
Oh no! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that!
If you give me some purple laces,
no.
Some blue laces,
no.
Some red laces.
Do not disrespect my
laces?
childhood cartoon like that. No.
The Ninja Turtle New Balance 991 V2s.
No. No. Absolutely not.
Turtle power?
No, don't disrespect them like that.
These are a pass for me.
Yeah, pass for sure. All right.
City of Love pack.
I saw a lot of. So I actually saw the bottom pair. I don't know what they call that color one, but it's the lighter of the two because I think the top one's supposed to be. I can't remember the color blocking names on it, but one looks like it's all burgundy, and then the other one's got white with hints of like a beige in there. But I saw them in hand, the beige pack. I'm not the biggest SB guy, so when I'm talking about them, maybe it's not coming from the best, but it's not a terrible shoe. But I know a lot of people were really trying to get that burgundy pair.
Yeah, these are fine. A scale 1 to 10, 10 being definite cop. These are a 5.5. These are the if I see them in the outlets. But I'm not.
They sold out. They're not outlet shoes.
No, definitely not. These, shout out to people who love these. I mean, if I see them in the outlets, I guess that still means cop. But I'm not actively
seeking them.
They
dropped yesterday.
Great. I didn't miss nothing.
Okay.
DTLR New Balance
Burst. DTLR New Balance 9060. So obviously some of these retailers out here have done collaborations before. Like for example, I picked up the Shoe Palace and Gina Jordan 1s. I'm going to be rocking for the wedding. These here in particular, I think we went over these, did we not? Like I said, these were like Easter vibes.
I think we did.
With the different colors, remind me of some Easter eggs. And look at all the plants and flowers around there. It's definitely like springtime. I've seen people like yesterday at the gym. I saw someone rocking this exact silhouette, and it's one of those. It's okay to look at, but I just couldn't see myself wearing it.
With this new image, I might have said something different before.
You like these now? You like these now? Okay. They're not terrible. They're not. You know what? It's me saying not terrible isn't the right thing. It's a good looking shoe. It is. It's a good looking shoe.
I think I changed my mind on these.
When I consider everything else I have to wear, would I see myself wearing these ever?
I like these now. Maybe it's the different image. Maybe the image we had before wasn't it. I like
images help. The right kind of image can help.
See, for all you people saying I hate on New Balance, which I do sometimes, these are a cop, 100%.
So you're getting them.
I'd get these.
Well, I look forward to the review then.
I would get these.
I look forward to the empty parking lot pictures you like to take.
Yay!
Yeah. I'm like,
Coming
where's he
soon.
find all these empty locations that I have to take pictures in?
You just gotta drive around and be like, this is it.
Is that what you do?
Nah.
Well, I'm sure not now because you know all the spots now. But is that what you were doing before?
Before I was like legit, I drive around. Now go like thrifting or go somewhere, and I'm like, it's a cool little spot. And I'm gonna start taking photos. It's better if you have people driving past you, just looking at you like. It's great.
What is this? The Mach Runner V2 Backyard Bowl.
Trash. Nerf?
Yeah, right. You see the Nerf ball in the back? The Nerf ball in the back. Like, how could you not throw a spiral with that thing? Did you ever play with that one?
Yes. Yes. The Nerf was
Yeah.
the Nerf ball was crazy. These aren't. Pass.
Yeah, these are. It was funny is they're designed to match the football, the Nerf ball.
Yeah. I feel that if it was on a better silhouette, I'm rocking with you.
You know what? The problem with the shoe is the midsole.
Yeah,
I don't like the midsole design because the rest of it looks like, some other running shoes we've gotten before.
They look like bowling shoes.
Yo, there you go. They do. The way the color blocking is on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might see that at your local bowling alley. I've never liked Pegasus. Pass.
But we got to talk about the gesture thing they did for these.
Okay, talk about
that. Was because that was the test. So most people described it to be just like a scratch off, but I feel like they rolled out. I think it was only a small amount of pairs, and obviously they knew not a lot of people were going to go for this shoe. So it was a smart way to test how the software was going to work for these. And for what I heard, it went through pretty good. Okay. And I believe they did it with another shoe too, the gesture system. So, they're obviously trying to roll out different ways to compete against the bots. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
the shoe itself, is definitely a pass. But I think them trying it on a shoe that isn't that popular was a smart move.
That is the Nike Uncle Todd Pegasus 2K5 definitely. And that is it for on here. They didn't talk about the Bred 4s, but you already know what's happening next week.
Oh yeah, they didn't talk about the 13s.
They did.
That released today, the day we're shooting this.
Those 13s.
Speaking,
I knew they weren't gonna get no love.
Let's see what they're doing right now because there were only 69,000 pairs, allegedly. All right, okay, my size is available. They sold out in a size 18 and 16 on the Stinkers app.
Okay. A size 18, 16.
Some of these other shoes they dropped on there, I don't even know what some of this terribleness is. I don't even know.
Not the Ross discount size.
Shoot. Yeah.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Oh, my gosh.
What are you going to do? But yeah, man. Well, we got 3 shoes dropping next week that are supposed to be somewhat big, right? The 85 high metallic burgundies.
Mm-hmm.
The Jordan 1 women's gold metallics that come in extended sizing.
Yep.
On Nike only. And when I say on Nike only, I'm talking about the extended sizes. Are only coming through Nike. So if you go to the Finish Line, all these other places, the best you're going to get is a 12W. And then obviously next Saturday is the Jordan 4 Bred Reimagined.
Which I'm here for.
Yeah, man. Can't wait to go live for that. Hopefully we have the whole crew.
Oh, definitely. Y'all better kick it with us too.
Heck yeah, we'll be live, cutting it up in the chat.
Good
I
job.
can't wait for that, man. Hell yeah, I can't wait for that.
Y'all about to see my gato.
All right, Super Bowl prediction. 49ers Chiefs. A red wave for the Super Bowl, which if you take a look back at that logo, remember now there was that conspiracy theory that the logo predicted who the NFL wanted there in the Super Bowl.
Yes, that's what everybody's saying.
But they say that the Taylor Swift thing is something the NFL couldn't predict. So goodbye, Lamar Jackson. Hello, Taylor Swift.
You know, they had to do what they had to do. The NFL had to do what they had to do. And they're definitely going to make sure that whatever the most popular thing... Well, let me say that. I'm not going to be a conspiracy theorist. But if conspiracy was true, you had to get the most popular thing out there. No one wants to watch the... I wouldn't say no one. Let me take that back. I'm going to alienate our fans. But there would be some beef if it was the Cleveland Browns versus who? Give me somebody.
Detroit?
Yes, Browns versus Lions.
I would watch that. I would
I'd
watch
it.
I would
I'd
watch
that
it
for sure.
I would watch it.
The NFL would be like, but the casuals won't play.
Man, listen, you're talking about two franchises. One, the Detroit Lions I don't think they've ever won a Super Bowl, have they?
I don't think they have.
And Cleveland, I mean, okay, in terms of offensive firepower, you probably won't see it like that. Well, maybe no. Let me bring that back because I like the way the Lions play football. Yes. I do. I like the way 100%. The Lions play football. They stick with the run game, and their passing game is a product of their run game. Yes. Right? Which a lot of people feel like there's going to be a shift now back to that style of football, to where it's going to be the running game needs to be there in order to open up their passing game. Which, you know what, that element of football has always been there, but you can see it even with the Chiefs, how much they give it to Pacheco.
Yeah.
And what it does for their offense. You know, so, and McCaffrey as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if you can stop McCaffrey, you can slow down a lot of that team. But really, what I notice is playing the Niners is when Debo comes out, it changes everything.
True, 100%.
So 100%. The problem the Niners are going to have is being able to stop Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Because the receivers now for Kansas City Chiefs have been catching the football. They haven't had the drops that they've had earlier in the year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they can run the football pretty effectively. All you need to do, you just need to be effective with the run game. It has to be a threat.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs can threaten with their run game. And Pacheco, he runs hard, man. He runs hard. But I'll let you go with your prediction first. I'll let you go. I'm still kind of wavering as to who I might even pick, man.
I gotta go with, well, before I go into my prediction, if there was a Lions-Browns Super Bowl, it's gonna be Lions 28, Browns 17. But for this one, I'm not one of those fans who think my team can beat God if he assembled his team himself.
Oh.
I'm one of those fans who loves the game. I like my team, but I'm highly realistic. And when people talk sports, I kind of stay out of it only because I'm not that fan that's like, oh yeah, we're going to go in there, we're going to beat y'all by 80. Like, that's crazy to me.
Okay, I respect it.
That's crazy to me. So for me, this is going to be a very competitive matchup. I feel like the 49ers have definitely been battle tested in these playoffs. Mm-hmm. And I think that's going to give them the edge. From the other
Niners, okay.
So for the other Super Bowls that I've watched the 49ers get close and did not make it. Yeah, there's a game where they're like tested a little bit. I feel like they were like battle tested in the sense that they was ready for it. And these playoffs have been a little bit different. So I'm feeling like the 49ers are going to take this one and finally get over that hump.
What's the score?
There's a score that I have in my mind that I don't want to give out yet because I don't want to jinx it.
Just say it.
But I will say.
Just say it.
I will say safe score is going to be 28-24 San Francisco.
Well, what was the score you had in your mind? Come on,
I gotta give it to you next episode. I gotta give it to you next episode.
On, man. That next episode will be after the Super Bowl.
Exactly. So if it happens, I can be like, "This is my prediction."
Come on, man. That's weak. That's weak.
What you got?
Weak. Honestly, man. When I'm looking at it, okay. Analyzing both teams again. We're looking at it offensively, but let's go defense. The Chiefs have a defense. They got a good young defense, battle tested from last year's Super Bowl. This is the furthest the 49ers have been able to get since I believe their last Super Bowl was when they had Colin Kaepernick and they played the Ravens, was it?
No, we played the Chiefs with Jimmy
Garoppolo. Okay.
He overthrew my guy for a touchdown.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
And they've been in almost every NFC championship not making it.
So here they are. They finally got over the hump. Okay? They finally got over the hump. They're finally in the Super Bowl. I see the Chiefs actually jumping out on the Niners early. But Brock Purdy will settle down and get them within striking distance. But for some reason, I do see Kansas City winning this.
Okay.
Score-wise, I'm going to go a little higher than you. I'll probably say 30-24.
Okay.
Because you know what they have trouble with? A guy that can move out the pocket.
Yeah.
And the Ravens blasted the Niners when they played this year during the regular season. Lamar Jackson just did anything he wanted to them, basically. Anytime they thought they had him, he was able to escape the pocket and get out. And unfortunately, that's what happened to my Eagles last year. We got close to getting him. He'd escape the pocket, extend the plays. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. You know, you got to be able to play this guy fast and try to outsmart him.
Yep.
Keep the escape routes to a minimum. They can do that, and the Niners can win. But no one's been able to do that yet. And then who's stopping Kelsey?
True.
Who's stopping Jason Kelsey? Except Jason Kelsey. You know? Now, y'all better hope he got some weak legs messing around with Taylor Swift the night before.
Hey, yeah.
You know?
Can you just see if they lose? If the Chiefs lose, they're going to blame... Somehow Taylor Swift's going to be the blame.
Oh, yeah. And she's just in the box. She doesn't play.
Somehow
she doesn't play.
Blamed.
Patrick Mahomes is throwing the football. Kelsey's got to catch the football.
Yep.
They ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Just like Tony Romo and was it Jessica Simpson that one time?
Oh, I remember that.
She caught all the heat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she did.
She caught all the heat. I was like, yo, she just in the stand.
Like, I'm just sitting here watching. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting here watching. But you don't see, like, it's only when the girl is famous that she gets blamed for how bad the team is.
Distraction.
But wait a minute. What about all the other wives? They're just sitting at, they're in the stands too. You just don't know who they really are.
Exactly.
Although that's kind of changed because a lot of them now have been able to build their social media following off of who it is they've been dating. But
100%.
no one sees that as a distraction.
Oh, unless you're is it Aisha or Aisha Curry?
Yeah, oh yeah, her.
Let's it's her.
But y'all think that, well, up until she went on, what was it, The View or something, and she was like, yeah, there's all these dudes in his podcast. Blah, blah. I mean, all these girls in Seth Curry's podcast goes, damn, like I wish someone would try to DM me like that. Blah 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 blah. Do you remember she said that?
Yeah.
I'm like, is she serious right now?
She was
out
serious.
here asking for people to get up in her DMs. But see, this goes to another thing I used to say for a long time is that, women go out, get all done up, all dressed up, all done up, just to go out and tell some dudes no. all that just to tell some dudes no.
You know how that is.
Like they know for a fact it's an ego boost. I mean, listen, you know how it feels to have someone compliment you. As a guy, it's rare. It's rare for that to happen sometimes.
It's
rare.
You know what I'm saying? It's rare.
So someone comes up, even one person comes up and just says, oh, I like that outfit. Or, it's like, damn, we're on the moon. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
See, I've told my fiance, right? I said, as great as my compliments are, as much as you love to hear them from me, don't think I don't know if a random comes up and says it to you, it's got a different effect. It's 100%
true.
It's true.
100%
it's
true.
The truth. 100% true.
My wife would come back from the gym and be like, yeah, this dude complimented me on my leggings. I said, okay, I've been telling you them leggings look great for the last 3 months.
Yeah, see? It's different, though.
She'll get them. Oh, dude, why do you think these look great? And she'll buy them. And then she'd be like, oh, I got so many compliments on these. I was like, well, damn. Well, damn.
Yeah, I guess my taste is pretty good.
Yeah. You tell them I picked them out?
Yeah. No, they didn't. No, exactly. The last thing they're going to say is, oh, yeah, my husband picked them out for me.
Yeah, that's the last thing.
That's the last thing they're going to say.
Like every time we go to a spot where there's a bunch of sneakers or anything like that, they'll stop me and be like, hey, man, I like your shoes. I'm like, oh, yeah, dope shoes too. Like, whatever. And she'll be like, they ain't say anything about my shoes.
We've been places to where I remember the one day we were out and my girl had on her Bel Air 5s, the reverse Bel Air 5s. And so many people were like, oh, damn, I like those. She got compliments left and right on them things, man. I remember that. And you could tell like she was floating on cloud 9, getting all them compliments on her sneakers. And for her, like she wasn't really into sneakers like that. So the fact that, people were complimenting her on her sneakers, it almost like validated it for her to go, oh, I can wear these more. I can wear my Jordans and people actually will say something about my shoes. No one ever says anything about my wedges I got from Aldo.
No. And she'll do it. She'll be like, what shoes should I wear with these? I'm like, you want the compliments, huh? Don't put them slides on.
Yeah. Right?
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Well, first live cop, L. It was only 1,500 pairs allegedly, so it was bound to happen. But, bro, listen, I've got so many people that have called me already. Did you go to Dick's Sporting Goods? So many people hit me up about that. It's 11:20. I ain't going over there.
Yes.
I mean, you still got time. It's only 8:20 for you. You on the West Coast. You still got time to go over there to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, from that list you gave me, I'm about to hit up a few spots.
Go on there now. They listed it on there. All the locations are listed right now. What's crazy is they didn't drop it till 10 o'clock. Right when the stores open.
I got some time, so I definitely have this. I'm gonna take a little drive to these few places that are close. But before we end this episode, y'all, we just want to let you guys know again. Next week, live cop with us. It's gonna be on the Wear Your Kicks 26 YouTube, the Sneaker on a Budget YouTube, the Kixologist podcast on Instagram. We are copping Bred for Reimagined on stream, and it's gonna be the official good luck stream for everybody who's trying to cop.
Facts.
As soon as we get on, everybody gets on. We all gonna cop together. So definitely be here with us. We gonna be up at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. my time. It's 9 for you over there.
9 o'clock me, man. 9 o'clock for
9
me.
o'clock Eastern. And if we can have everybody else on, we'll have everybody else on. But it's definitely gonna be a moment. I think y'all want to be on there. And we're bringing back Collections Live. I'm talking to a few people already who are very, very interested in showing y'all what they got in that sneaker room. So we're definitely gonna have that up for you guys as well. It's definitely gonna be on all the spaces again, the YouTubes, the Instagram. We're gonna make sure we can have a lot of content for y'all coming out. And
Heck
definitely
yeah.
let us know how you guys feel about the new setup, because we are actually really digging it. It's definitely looking real good for us. I like the clarity. We like the audio sound, the extra things we can do. So definitely give us the feedback on that and any ways to improve. Anything you want to say, Lewis, before we sign off?
Man, just good luck to everybody with this upcoming week, because it's going to be some madness. Finish Line, JD Sport, exclusive access, Foot Locker raffles, SNS raffles, and clothing raffle. All the raffles out there, man. It's going to be it's crazy right now. I saw people camping out at Dick's Sporting Goods. You know, hopefully you guys are safe out there in doing so. Because Camp House used to be wild back in the day.
Yes, 100%.
Wild back in the day, bro. And hopefully, you know, with this new generation, because that's really who's doing it now, the new generation, they're going to be more chill about stuff. But remember that video for the Powerpuff Girls, and it was up in New York? That one dude, he wasn't having it. He wasn't having the boys come up there and just sitting with his friends. He's like, oh, I'm just sitting with my friends. And nah, it wasn't going to happen that way, man. Nah,
you thought you was gonna sit with your friend. Go to the back.
Nah, go to the back. Call him on the phone. FaceTime him. FaceTime him from there. But yeah, man, it just good luck and be safe to everybody out there trying to cop these shoes. There's so many pairs. Just put in the footwork.
Yes.
Don't be lazy.
Yes.
Don't be lazy trying to get this shoe. You know what I'm saying? So
don't be like me. Wait
that's
until
what I gotta say.
Wait until the sneakers drop.
Yeah, you definitely playing with fire for whatever reason.
I got a feeling.
But why?
I got a feeling.
Double up then. Get a pair from another. Try to get a pair from another place.
It's gonna be a great week.
And then you know, try to get a pair from another place, and then we'll go for them on the sneakers app. Get that got 'em screen.
It's gonna be a great week for me. I'm telling you.
Listen, Wednesday. Not only am I trying to get the shoes from Finish Line, but extended sizing on the metallic ones, the gold metallic ones. Gotta get me a pair. Them things, fire. Bro, them things are dope. The material on there, so nice. So nice, bro.
Yeah, y'all better stop hating on them joints.
So, but
they look better than the burgundy ones.
Burgundy is still not on the Sneakers app.
Ooh.
Burgundies are still not on the Sneakers app, so I'm like, we gonna get a shock drop or something for those, like Monday or something? Because you got the KDs are on here for the 15th, and then when you go to the 16th, which is the day the Burgundy is supposed to drop, you got only a pair of KD 16s on here, which I don't even know what kind of color. KD 16 Yeezys. These things look terrible. These things look like they're sitters, but they don't have the metallic ones, burgundy metallic ones even listed on there. So I'm thinking we're gonna get a shock drop for them.
Yeah, it may just be pushed back.
You know what? I did see something to where they might end up in April. I did see that, but I go with what Mr. Unloved Ones was saying, and he's saying that they're set to drop this month.
We gotta see it, play it by.
So he actually has he's got pictures on there too, video actually of the shoe on there. So yeah, see it says release date, but his thing does say release date February and April.
Okay.
So
maybe a shot dropped in the actual release in April.
Why would you wait that long?
Maybe an EA.
Why would you go 2 months before you actually drop the shoe?
Yeah. Maybe just seeing how y'all feel about it.
Because April is Jordan 4 militaries.
Ooh, I'm ready for that.
Yes.
Space them joints out because I'm not trying to buy too much this year.
Man,
Only a few things.
You say that now.
Only a few things.
Next thing you know, you 12 pairs in. I didn't buy that much.
My reimagined 4s, the military blue 4s. What other pair was going up?
Hold up. You not getting the craft ivory 3s?
Nah, I'm gonna wait on those.
But you gonna get them though, right?
Eventually.
Okay.
Eventually. But I'm gonna wait for now.
Don't sleep on that shoe, bro.
I know. That's a shoe that's definitely gonna probably be one of those that everybody says might not do well, and then it's gonna do phenomenal, and I'm gonna be I probably should have got it when I
love. My review on them has gotten a lot of love, bro. So people are liking that shoe, and I see a lot of the review videos pop up. A lot of people are liking that shoe.
It's a good shoe.
So
it's a good shoe. I just gotta see. I gotta be selective this year. I gotta be selective.
I heard you.
I bought way too much in the past few years.
Listen, I don't even know how many in deep I am this year. So, but I've done reviews on pretty much everything. So, it's a review channel. Review channel, vlog channel, podcasting now.
Before we leave, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to do something for me. By the next episode we get together, I'm gonna need y'all to do something for me major. So there is this YouTube channel. And this YouTube channel is Where Your Kicks 26, and it has 997 subs. When we get back on for this live cop, I'm gonna need that channel over 1K.
Yeah, man. We need it. We're right
there. That channel over 1K.
We're right there.
Our brother's putting in work on these things.
Right there. Bro, my video on the Dick Sporting Goods thing jumped up to like not a ton of views, like 240 views when it started out slow. A lot of people started checking it out. So, again, I try to put out something to help somebody.
Yep.
Now the list is actually larger than what they have for the 13s. But again, if you got if your state was having the 13, what's crazy is some states didn't even get them.
Yep.
Like Alabama, Arkansas didn't even have the 13s, but now they got the 4s.
See?
That's why I kept saying in there, make sure you check anyway. Check your stores anyway, because you never know.
Exactly. If y'all trying to be in the know and get the full detail, you better follow that channel. If I had one of the little fire alarm things on here, a little soundboard, I'd have done it.
You get a little soundboard. That's what we need. They need that.
Until next time, y'all, this your boy Sneakerhead on the Budget. I'm here with my guy Lou. Again, check us on the YouTube. Where Your Kicks 26, Sneakerhead on the Budget. Check us on the Kicksologist podcast. Instagrams are the same. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us this episode, and we'll see y'all on live cap. Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.